morning. Today is Wednesday, November 28th, and I already got my run done for today. Got up this morning. Actually, my plan was I was going to get up and go bike at the Y, and then after that, I still would have had time to, because the little running group doesn't meet until 6:30 on Wednesday mornings, and so that's still, the Y opens at 5:30. That was my plan, but and I actually got up okay. Didn't feel too bad. I did stay up a little late last night watching Dancing with the Stars finale that I had DVR'd. But I don't know. I talked myself out of going to the Y. Mostly because A, I have the option to go, and I'm done with this, and once I get it loaded, I'm going to go to the Y and get my bike done and swim and do a bunch of other stuff. So, so knowing that, and I'm really unsure about what's going on with this maybe sort of kind of sickness. Like I said yesterday, I have this just thick, ooey, gicky stuff going on with my throat. I don't know if it's the beginning of something. I don't know if it's just kind of, I don't know if it's just a little more viral. I don't know if it's just more, just drainage, and it's not necessarily infected or anything. I actually have antibiotics that if I wanted to, and I've thought about it, popping a pill or two to kind of ward off if this is actually something bacterial that needs to be, that's gonna need it anyways. But I haven't done that so far. I'm not against medicine. I'm just not a super, I'm just not, it's not my natural, normal thing to just medicine. I'm a believer a little bit in just in letting your body heal itself and taking care of it that way, and you know, time will tell. I don't know. So this morning, when I got up to go to the Y, but I was just kind of like, oh, but my throat is so thick, and maybe I need more sleep, and because I will say that when I have a potential for sickness, one of the biggest things that makes a difference is sleep. And if I'm lacking on sleep, I get sick way more faster. And I think if there's that possibility that it's going to turn infectious or not, I think sleep is one of the biggest things that if I'm not getting my sleep, it's probably for sure going to go the bad direction, and then I'm going to need medicine and blah, blah, blah. So I talked myself into going to bed, back to bed for another hour, and I will have to say I woke up an hour later feeling a lot better. Still got the icky going on with my throat and my mouth, but I went out the door to go meet the running group, and it was just me and the guys, Nick, Jason, and Matt, and it was a really good run, and I pushed myself. I pushed them. I told them, because I posted on my Facebook, I said, you guys really pushed me, thanks. And Jason said, wait a minute, I thought you were pushing me. So we were pushing each other. I guess that's the important thing is, and to me that's a good running group anyways, when you guys are pushing each other when we need it and stuff, and just there for each other. And but I was pushing it. I think if I had been running that on my own, I'm pretty happy when I go out and run on my own, or run in general, I'm pretty happy that, and I have a range, an 8:30 pace is a pretty good pace for me. I know I can run faster than that. I know I can still run 7-minute miles, but when I'm just out, just running on my own, no need to hurry, no need to rush, no, just getting it done, I'm pretty happy with the 8:30 pace. It's not super hard for me, but it's not taking it easy, because I have days where I run 9-minute paces. I have days when I run 9:30 paces. You know, I have that range. Anywhere between 8:30 to 9:30 is the pace that I have when I'm really not. I mean, sometimes yes, even 10:30 pace. That's usually if I'm injured, or if I just did a 50K the day before, then probably the next day I'm going to be running a 10:30 pace. So if you don't run that pace, don't make that. I'm not saying that to make you feel bad. I'm talking about me right there. Those are my normal paces. If you if 10 is a good pace for you, then that's great. I don't, you know, me. It's all about me. Just kidding. So we pushed it today at a pretty consistent 8-minute pace, a little bit below that maybe, like a few times maybe 7:50 or whatnot, but good pace. I didn't want to fall back. I didn't want anyone to have to stay back with me. Not always, but sometimes, usually one of the guys is pretty good about not leaving anyone in the back. If they really happen to drop back, the guys are pretty generous with their running, that if someone needs a companion, they'll drop back and run with that person if need be. So, but I didn't want to today. I wanted to push myself. I wanted to do good. And when I first got done, I had a moment of, I think I might throw up just because all this gunk in my throat and in my mouth. But got past it. I actually feel really good now, though. Okay, I just babbled for like 5 minutes, and that's not what I was going to talk about. What I was going to talk about was I'm kind of changing things up a little bit because I am to a point where, and this isn't a bad thing, but I've come to realize that probably since, it's been since August, I kind of stopped doing anything extra. Like September, October, most of November now, the only thing that I've been doing is running. I'm really bad at lifting weights. I'm really bad at doing any kind of cross training. It was great over the summer because I was doing, I was training for triathlon, so I was spiking a lot more and swimming a lot more. And then once I got done with those races, and then the pool closed. The pool always closes every few weeks in the summer, at the end of summer for the Y, because they drain the pool and clean it, blah, blah, blah. So I kind of got out of that extra, doing that extra training, and lifting weights is just probably one of my least favorite things to do. I'm just not very good at it. No, not that I'm not good at it. I am not disciplined. Okay, plain and simple, I'm not disciplined. And not that just running is bad, but I was beginning to notice where I'm just, my body in general, it's just kind of, hum. Running's going great. That's great. That's wonderful. But I know that I can do more. I can achieve more with my body. Some of it sort of kind of has to do with like looks, and I could tone some more. I do, believe it or not, I do have some weight I could lose. My key thing is that I never like to obsess about my body. I don't like that. It's a little bit of a pet peeve when I see it in other people too. People who nitpick about their weight and their body, and I'm not saying that we should not care about our bodies. We should care. We should be mindful of it. I just don't like the excessiveness. I don't like diets. But I'm super laid back. I don't like super strict regimented, workout and plans, and I gotta stick to this, and it's like, you know what, just chill out. Eat right, be active. Boy, that's pretty simple there. That's all we really need, people. Not that if you take it to an extreme level, that's not that bad. It's just not my personality to do that. So, but then I find I do get to the point where I'm like, yeah, I probably should be doing a little bit more. Should be working a little bit harder. I'm still not going to go all extreme regimen, follow a plan. I'm not a plan follower at all. I'm a free spirit gal. So I was like, okay. In the last few times that my daughter has had swimming lessons, when I'm in the pool area, I'm not in the pool. I'm in the pool area. I'm just kind of like, oh, I miss swimming. And not that swimming is a favorite thing for me to do, because quite honestly, I get bored. I don't know how some people do it. Amy, I see where you post the like hour and a half swim today. Maybe if I had something to listen to, or I could read a book while I swam, that'd be hard. But, watch a movie, something that long in the pool is like, that's not, I get bored. And it's a good time to do a lot of thinking, but I get bored in the pool. So I'm happy with like 20, if I go super long, 30 minutes in the pool, I'm really happy with that. But I have been missing being in the pool. And so I got back in on Monday. That felt really, really great. And I'm getting back to just doing some basic weightlifting and planking, doing crunches, things that I know I should be doing, even just a little bit. I don't have to be a wacko extreme, get a plan, do it for 10 hours a day. But I do need to be doing something. And even right away, it helped that over Thanksgiving I ate a ton. a ton. And so I was feeling very gluttonish. I don't know if that's a word, but it is to me. Like beyond, like I usually have a bigger allowance when it comes to eating anyways, because I work out so much. But yeah, no, I took it to the point where like I was eating so much and consistently, like I would be like, I'm gonna get sick. I'm full. I'm gonna be sick. I'm done. And then like a half an hour later, my husband, tried to bring me something. He bought something at the store, whatever. I'm like, I am not hungry. I'm just like, I'm gonna get sick if I eat something else. Thank you, sweetheart, but I'm just not hungry. And he's like, okay, whatever. So he ate what he bought for me. So, but like 30 minutes later, he found me in the kitchen with a handful of chips. And he's like, I thought you were hungry. And I'm like, well, that was a half hour ago. As I eat more chips. Okay, once the chips were gone though, I didn't go out and buy any more. So I ate a lot this over Thanksgiving weekend. And so I was like, okay, this has got to change. Because if I continue on this track, I am going to gain a lot of weight. And I am going to have a harder time going into it. And I don't want to wait to the first of the year to all of a sudden be like, okay, we're changing it up. We're getting serious about business. We need to, you know, be working at this and having better. I don't want to wait to the first of the year because everybody waits to the first of the year. So I'm deciding that I'm going to do it now. Changing things up. I'm getting back in the pool. I'm going to be biking a little bit more, just a little bit more cross training. I'm enjoying my running. My running's not stagnant in the sense that I'm so loving my running. It's so great, and especially with the Run This Town and going out and doing that, I'm loving it. It's great. But it's getting to the point where it's stagnant in terms of I don't know how to explain it. Meeting my nutritional needs, keeping my body where I'm happy with it. I'm keeping it more on the toned and sculpted side. I don't know if it'll be 100% toned and sculpted, but you know, more that way than that way. It's just kind of getting stagnant to that point. I've got to change things up. I've got to add some things in there. All that Thanksgiving, 10 million pounds I feel like I gained, completely gone. I feel myself going back the other direction, back to more tone and sculpted and everything else. And I want to keep ahead of it. I don't want to finish out the year feeling totally blah and gross and oh, I need to change things up and oh, beginning of the year. I want to tackle it head on before that. So that's my plan in terms of changing it up. And I'm sure I've talked way too long, like always. I do appreciate those of you who do watch my videos, and it really is neat when people, when God, I'm a believer that God has a plan for everything, and I like it when I got some messages from somebody who she found some of my old videos on an old YouTube account that I had, and I believe God brings people into our lives for a reason. And there are no mistakes, there are no chances. You know, the other day when I posted about Dane, I don't know if anybody caught it, but when I said that, you know, Dane and I happened to be at the same wedding a few months ago, and we happened to sit at the same table, I really don't even believe that happening was just by chance or mistake. So, and speaking of which, if you could consider making a donation to my friend Dane, if you could just email me about that opportunity, I'd be happy to pass that on to you. I know a lot of people don't know me from Adam, or Jane or Eve or whatever the expression is. I'm just a person who has a blog, but I know that it doesn't hurt to ask. It's always one of my biggest philosophy. It doesn't hurt to ask. It doesn't hurt to dream. It doesn't hurt to just put it out there. If nobody takes me up on my offer, if nobody asks about the opportunity with Dane, I'm not gonna beat myself up. I'm not gonna feel bad. I'm not gonna give you guys guilt. I understand that, but it never hurts to get out there and ask and dream and do something about it. And that's kind of what Dane is doing. Is he's doing something about this camp and raising money to give to it because it's something that he really believes in, and I find that very inspiring. So if you want to know about that opportunity to donate to my friend and Camp Hercotico, I don't know how to say it, something. It's a camp for diabetic kids with diabetes, whatever you say. Have a great day. We're supposed to get our first snowfall tonight. We'll see how that goes. I'm actually a little excited. If it's going to be cold, at least give me a little bit of snow. So, all right, have a great and wonderful day. Talk back to me. Tell me how your day's going. Bye.